Now continuing in the underwater city of Sahuagin, and I did some
You take the lead.
lurking through the places to kill some of the basic enemies which would appear in this place. Mostly because, well, they would not provide much interesting, and it makes the getting through this bit smoother than expected. Oh, so it's a, you could say, a bit of a puzzle about how well you know the game world of Forgotten Realms.
Yes.
I await your need.
I need rest if I am to fight.
Which is to say,
If that is what you want.
there's several characters in the Forgotten Realms game world, which all are known from some iconic item they have, and they have been well established characters in this game world, very powerful influencers, and
All right. I am
Swords, not words.
and the basic idea is still just still the same, that talk to them, you get an item, give it to some other item in the chest,
Ready and willing.
I'm busy.
do it
okay, I'm
right,
busy.
and get it done. So let's just start with him.
Yes, yes, you have my attention.
Yeah, one of perhaps the most famous character of the Forgotten Realms. And the helmet belongs to Pierre, who is the ruler of the city, although I do not know his history in the Forgotten Realms.
Hey,
Yeah. And the staff belongs to Kelben, whose other name is Kelben Blackstaff. But I don't know, was this any black staff? Yeah, and this Alustriel is a very powerful woman magician, one of the chosen of Mistra. So she wants her pendant. And here's Elminster. He's the basic classical wizard type character of Forgotten Realms, doing all kinds of things, and he has he has caused lots of story to main character as well. So he wants to get his tobacco pipe, because you know classical wizards like that do smoke tobacco. And Risk of course wants his scimitar, which he's renowned from. This is actually very easy, just brute force this. Yeah, I got the item. Boots and cloak. Real nice.
What? As I thought.
Well, the cloak is really good, but the boots are not so good.
Huh? Yes, if you wish.
Ah, there's a beholder here, but he's not. It's not attacking. Alright, so well, yeah. So what's exactly what he's guarding? Just a chest. Yeah. So does he know? So well, how did he end up here? But this is something that you could go and kill him, but it's not as funny as this kind of thing. Oh yeah, so is there any other reason? So does he know what's in the chest? Yeah, and of course you don't want to open it up because he's gonna attack you. So so how is gonna, you know, I can't see what's inside. Well, oh yeah.
What?
Nature's servant awaits.
And now I can
thought as much.
just a little fast talking. I get the key item, a tooth. You know. Oh no! This was actually quite. This is actually a little bit funny episode. This kind of that you can fast talk a beholder to just, you know, open a chest he's supposed to be guarding, then take whatever it's in there because, you know, that's not against the letter of the contract. Just, you know, guard the chest. I read about some story about a very powerful warrior barber who was quite dumb, and he was ordered to guard a bridge, and he did guard the bridge, and then the invading army came, and they approached him, and they knew how powerful, dangerous he was, but they enclosed him, and very carefully walked by him. They did not very carefully avoided doing any kind of damage to the bridge. And then they attacked after they had crossed the bridge. And King, on his way out, asked that why the hell this not barbarian hero stopped the invading army, because, well, he could have done it. Was that because he was ordered to guard the bridge. And the bridge is still there, and it has suffered no damage as he has been guarding the bridge. So yeah, he guarded the bridge. There was nothing about preventing anybody using it. The bridge was fine. That was similar case. Got the chest, not what's in it. You can't even open it. You can't even. Nothing about not opening the chest. Nothing about being able to.
Yes.
Look inside of it and all that. And the chest even wasn't so particularly great.
Nature.
And although I must say that when it's a matter of AI scripts you can issue to your characters in this game. They can get very complex, but it's the fact that even in the very weak enemy encounters happens something that your own crew goes so trigger happy and shoot happy with all the powerful magics that it's gonna be you're gonna be completely crippled once you actually then go to the.
Yes.
You are lucky I'm here with
Go away, Hexat.
Rest would be
I
welcome.
require
as
rest. Demand we stop.
Who is getting squirt? Go for the eye. Go
It's
for
no longer a matter that can be brushed. Just I am ready. Nature's servant awaits.
Well, now I'm down to just make use of some of these healing potions. They are very handy, although using them can be sometimes a bit cumbersome.
Minsk and booze and ready.
Hexat is still alive and well, so
Every hamster has his day.
That's how
no, actually she is not well alive and well. Well, time to reload still, anyways.
What?
Now, someone might be asking why I actually do this kind of walking around places and killing the enemies before going through them in actual gameplay while commentating is because, well, most of these battles are not so interesting. They are in a sense fun gameplay, but not so great. Yeah. So they take me friendly. So yes, take me to see him, but I'm wary. So yes, of course. But it's mutual distrust, so which can be open. So yeah, here's the prince, the rebel prince. I do not know how handsome he might be considered. Oh yeah, that's interesting, the fact that they find humanoids disgusting or unpleasant to look at, while the opposite might be, of course, the humanoids. Oh yeah, so does he has the better deal? Alright, well, so let's be part of this extra scheming. And deliver heart. Maybe heart of a rebel, but maybe not heart of the rebel. There's this kind of little schemings happening quite a lot in these kind of places. So it's time to go and walk to say hello to the king himself.
Huh? Yeah. Yes. What? It is done. I can't carry no more. Your item is on the ground. I need rest if I am to fight. Yes.
Go bother someone else. I await your news. I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
We must rest soon. Who is getting
I require
squirrely?
rest. I demand we
Rest
stop.
would be welcome, lest we endanger ourselves.
Yes.
Nature's servant
Yes.
awaits.
Name it. I am ready.
Swords, not words!
Now, approaching the Mad King, and nobody paid any attention to people making battle spells and summoning monsters. Oh yeah, now the Yep, old-fashioned way. So time to start now the old-fashioned
Yes.
killing them part as well.
Go for the eyes, yeah!
I
What
await
is it
your
now?
news.
Actually, no. My battle is still raging. Yes, I was victorious.
So I am now the king of the City of Caverns. What?
So now I
Simple.
did save the... did cause a... rescued the... Well, I did good for them. Even though wasn't particularly planning on it. But it's time to
I am
Go
ready.
bother someone else. Oh, all right.
loot the magical rope. Actually, there's just some notes about
I need rest.
all
if I am
kinds of
to
things
fight.
being part of this culture. And there's the magic rope.
I will carry no more. Find your
Nature's
trinket
servant
upon the
awaits. You
ground.
require nothing more.
So now I have the magical rope necessary for the
I'm busy,
and
okay?
willing?
I'm busy.
No problem at all.
travel to the Underdark itself. And that makes it
Yes.
ends this little side affair. Although of course I could now attack them as well, but it would serve no purpose except give you some little bit of chunk of experience points, which are not so, and it would not be simply worth the effort. So it's time to head to the other
must
throne
rest
itself.
I require
Who is
rest.
getting
I demand
Now, time to enter Underdark.
Things go well on the surface. The temple of their false god has been defiled.
I am pleased. My revenge will soon come.
We did not act for your benefit, Irenicus, though you did offer some interesting opportunities.
Yes, Matron Mother. Excuse my careless words.
Our first prisoners arrive, Matron Mother.
These two rank high among the surface scum, Matron. What is to be their fate?
Their presence sickens me. Kill them.
Perhaps it would be better to interrogate them first.
Journalist, what are you doing with these monsters? You are one of...
An odd way to question, Irenicus. Irenicus? Did you not like his tone?
I reconsidered, matron. Your command was the wiser.
The great depths of the Underdark stretch before you, and as you adjust to the dim light, the reality of where you are begins to sink in. It is a realm of countless legends, where evil lurks behind each shadow. And though you have traveled far in pursuit of Irenicus, never have you felt so isolated. As black as your situation may have seemed, it somehow grows darker still.
Welcome to the Underdark. Place of... Yeah, Forgotten Realms is ridiculously dangerous place by itself. Underdark is twice as ridiculously dangerous as that is already. So...
Yes.
What would you have me do?
I await
Yes.
you.
And Hexat... Well... Well, Hexat got a bit of benefit in the Underdark because, well, she's a vampire.
That's right.
And supposed to sell just a little bit of from where you start. 3 mind flayers.
Minsk and
What do you
you
want now?
stand ready. In cactus.
But they can actually be easily dispatched using Mordenkainen's sword.
Name it.
What? Huh?
Meaning, illithid attack it, they can't do anything to it because it's immune to their special abilities and all that, which are very deadly. And then I can just pepper them full of arrows from afar.
Go for the eyes, please. Go for the eyes, yeah!
Yep. Absolutely devastated them. Oh yeah. Just mind flayers just lurking about
Every hamster
is quite a
has
strong
his
indication of
days.
ridiculous level of dangerousness, danger.
What?
Oh, let's just keep the sword traveling around. Yep. And Underdark is not so, you could say, big place in this. But it's still very interesting place. Oh, well, looking so... Well... Well... Oh yeah. So yeah.
This weapon is working.
And Underdark is also filled with all kinds of bizarre, unpleasant, and dangerous mysteries of, you could say, various types of, various amounts of lethality. Usually in the higher amounts of lethality. So it is extremely wise to be prepared to fight real hard.
Has no effect! Has no effect! Alright, the hard way.
So it's gonna take some, you could say, quite a lot of effort to actually and yeah, that item is quite important.
Out with it.
There's drow in here.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
So liberal using of all kinds of every dirty trick you have in your book is very recommended. So time to get busy and start by murdering the priestess. Who is quite eagerly summoning all kinds of... And make this work.
What is it now?
But luckily using of these, I have plenty of these healing potions, which do solve some of the problem of...
Yes. What? Mine is the fist of death.
Your brother, someone else. My opinion is dropping.
And well, use of magics is very, you could say, quite necessary thing around here.
Just like old
I'll not die to a
What killed me? Oh yeah, massive amount of magic attacks. Oh yeah, Underdark, lots of enemies, dangerous. In the Underdark, there's this contraption that you can interact with, and each one of these, or you say facets, releases something, usually horrifying, but there's a couple of not horrifying things that you can also release from there. Like this one.
Away with you.
Oh yeah. So well, oh. Now, he refers to drowsity or drowsity in here and the ambushing party as well, but I have already taken it out, as you can see from the corpses from there, mostly because, well, they were not so, you could say, really, they would just break the pacing of this game. Interesting encounter in a sense, but they would just break the pacing. And I can still say that the Underdark is ridiculously dangerous. As in that if you don't have knowledge of what's gonna happen. And another friendly person, so well I don't know, but well, so there's some sort of village of deep gnomes worth nibbling here, who are one of the few, you could say, sentient inhabitants of Underdark, who are not horrifyingly, insanely hostile to everything else, or live in a sociopathic cutthroat culture. So, and one other remnants of a brutal battlefield forked. And these little tunnels here lead to a quite place which it does have very important things to do happen in it, but it's not itself so really, you could say, interesting.
Yes.
Well, so I don't know. Well, I'm Hrothgar and I come in peace because, you know. And so there's a seldom of swerve nibbling here, and when you look at how the structures of Underdark is, this is actually in a sense quite near surface this is quite surface structure, not insanely deep within Underdark, even though it is deep enough to be counted as Underdark and be very, very, very scary place. Although for somebody at about scraping the levels of soon to be reaching epic levels, makes them to be quite much impressive. So I guess this is the guy we are going to talk to, Goldander.
Travelers to our fair city. That would be rare enough, but you are surfacers by the look of you.
Well, thank you. Well, I will trade your words. I need info about some fugitives I am chasing. Yeah, they can help, but they also have a problem. So they unleashed some sort of dug too deeply and too deep and released some nameless horror. So couldn't they just, you know, crash it on it? But they don't know. Oh well, so what will be my? I actually not require so much payment because, you know, there's so much stuff to be looted here. But I seek 2 surfaces, yeah. And they went to Drow City. And he might know a way to get inside without just killing my way through in. And and he also knows about a female person who might be able to help me get inside, who has a lair. Alright, so, well, it's a fair deal. Go there, find the beast.
Would be welcome.
There's a beast there, go in there, kill it. But before that happens, there's this guy, Thurnley.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and I got a nice little bit of experience points and a magical artifact and a trinket. And this phase of the game, you could say that what spells and equipment you are carrying does tend to have much more weight than just the sheer numbers that you might be able to make use of.
We must rest soon. Boo is getting squirrely.
This is another place. So let's make Jaheira carry the spell and have a chat with this guy.
Yes.
Yep, nothing really suspicious here, but knowing that there are something really dangerous and unpleasant, time to get to some preparation of putting by not having the basic groove.
You point, I punch.
Around and just
jump on my sword while you can.
Put a couple of guys with
gentle.
Nice big levels of summonings around.
Yes. I await your need.
And while I'm at it, let's just summon some very weak level summon, but you know, it's quite sometimes even low level summons or creatures can be very handy, mostly as a distraction. Because in Baldur's Gate 1 this nymph would have been quite powerful aid, but in this one it's more like just a
Swords, not words!
big piece of meat you might be willing to just get the deal. So let's just make sure that all of my other crew is safe.
Simple.
And open the dark pit. Let's throw our little rock in there and see what's coming out. A demon. Let's piss it off. Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Yes.
Yeah, it does a stun attack.
What?
So let's just walk inside and start smacking it with a big flail. It might take a while.
I'm getting sleepy. We could stop for a bit.
You can't be serious.
Let's just go here.
I am ready. It just so
Every... You point, I punch. Swords, but...
What?
Now Minsk went scared.
Go bother
What do you
some.
want,
I'm
name?
busy, okay? I'm busy.
Ready and willing.
Yes. What? If
Yeah, this might take a little bit time because it's gonna be such a repetitive little fight.
I require rest.
I am ready.
Yes.
rest time, huh?
What is it?
What do you want?
Go bother
Although
some.
you could, by the you could say practical sense,
I'm busy, okay? I'm
that
busy.
thing is not horrifyingly dangerous. It's dangerous, yes, but not in sense that it would be completely horrifying. That it's just gonna rip you apart in seconds level of dangerous.
Yes.
You are not named.
What?
I am ready.
So just yeah, so just let the Mordenkainen's sword do the killing against it. Because as you can see, I can quite obviously just dictate how this fight is going by just deciding when and how to approach and what to do. So it's not that.
Ready and willing. You are not Yep, I am ready.
And Minsk is still running about completely uncontrolled. Well, he should eventually recover from it. That thing was really scary.
We must rest soon. Who is getting squirrely?
What?
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Be a boring fight.
Leave it to me.
Just trying to do a bit of a finishing blow with using Hexat. No, it doesn't really work. It doesn't seem to work. That just walking there and backstabbing
Every
it to death.
hamster has his day.
Come on, just swipe it to death. It doesn't regenerate or anything like that. Well, now it went out of the picture.
Who is getting squirrely?
much less of if there would not be this kind of little narrow place it cannot get through, it would be much more difficult fight because you would have no way to controlling it, and because of its actually can only just hit you hard. So let's just use the stone shaped scroll, and now picks up the tunnel to make sure that yep, it's closed.
Boring.
And I must say that this Underdark section, well, this part of the Underdark is not as well designed, you could say, story-wise, in comparison to the later phase of Underdark, which is the Drow city.
Yeah, welcome back. We
Yeah.
had worried for your safety as though
Well,
one of our own
I
were
have
in
done your
danger.
job. Well, now about the payment.
I require rest. The
Now
demand is
I
not-
have a key item I can use to travel
Rest if I am to fight.
this place, which I am going to onto right now. But I'm still just when you look about how the pacing of the story goes, it's still going. It's got nice amount of twists because the antagonist has been introduced right from the beginning, and he has remained active power all the time. And of course, being voiced by David Warner is always a benefit for a game for antagonists. Makes them much more intimidating and interesting. Mostly because he has that kind of smooth, unpleasant, smooth British voice. Although, well, he's also done quite lots of villainous roles as a regular actor as well. Mostly because of he isn't, you could say, particularly charismatic or handsome-looking man. Much more of a unpleasant appearing. Well, it's still quite interesting that they have built all these little extra areas. Because this area is clearly more wild part of Underdark, while this part is much more structured, it's been built. And now we are coming to this part of the Underdark, which is completely...
I'm getting sleepy.
Which is, of course, follows completely different set of aesthetics as well, being part of the Drow city. And there is the cave of Adalon, of which I do not yet know what kind of creature she is. But it's time to end this and see you next time when I enter Adalon's lair and approach you could say, the main portion of the Underdark, which is gonna include lots of scheming and traveling and fighting. Scheming is the most important part.